Rams fans, this final preseason game feels a whole lot more important than a normal preseason game. Most of the big names are already getting ready for the real season, but there are still some important decisions inside this Rams organization that could shape the roster moving forward, and one of those decisions is coming down to the wire. Sean McVay has one more opportunity to evaluate the players fighting for their place, and there are a couple of battles I'll be watching very closely. The crazy part is that what happens Thursday night could matter well beyond this preseason game. So stick with me because we've got two big Rams stories to talk about today, and I want to break down exactly what's happening as this team gets closer to the regular season. And if you're a real Rams fan, hit that like button, subscribe to Rams House Daily, and help Jake build this channel from the ground up. We're still new here, and our first goal is 2,000 subscribers. If you truly believe this team can make a run all the way to the Super Bowl, subscribe and become part of this Rams community from the very beginning. Let's build this thing together, Rams House. Let's get into the first story, because Thursday night against the Los Angeles Chargers is going to tell us a lot about the Rams' backup quarterback situation. The competition is between rookie Ty Simpson and fourth-year quarterback Stetson Bennett. Ty Simpson was selected with the 13th pick in the NFL draft, so the Rams clearly see him as an important part of the future. But Bennett has had the advantage throughout training camp and the preseason, taking the vast majority of the second-team reps. That gives us a fascinating situation. The Rams invested a first-round pick in Simpson, but Bennett has been getting more opportunities with the second team, and now Sean McVay has to decide who he trusts behind Matthew Stafford. McVay said he has seen good things from both quarterbacks, but there have also been some up-and-down days. He also praised the Rams' defense for giving both players challenging looks throughout the preseason. On Thursday, Simpson will play against the Chargers. Matthew Caldwell, an undrafted free agent from Texas, is also expected to get his first opportunity. McVay has not yet made a final decision on Bennett, and when you look at the first two preseason games, you can understand why. Against the Kansas City Chiefs, Bennett started but played only 2 series, with one drive ending in a field goal. Simpson then took over and completed 21 of 25 passes for 190 yards and 2 touchdowns. Against the New Orleans Saints, Bennett played the entire first half, completing 19 of 31 passes for 181 yards. He also rushed for 2 touchdowns. Simpson played the second half and completed 8 of 12 passes for 73 yards. Neither quarterback has completely separated himself, and that makes Thursday night very important. McVay has said the Rams feel fortunate to have 2 quarterbacks they believe in, but only one can become the backup to Matthew Stafford. There is also another important factor heading into this game. The Rams will soon travel to Australia for their season opener against the San Francisco 49ers. Because of that, McVay is expected to keep almost every player who is already guaranteed a roster spot out of Thursday night's game. So if an established player isn't even in uniform on the sideline, that's a strong indication that the player has made the 53-man roster. That means the spotlight will be on players still fighting for their NFL future. One of those players is wide receiver Tyler Scott. The Rams already have a crowded receiver room with Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, Jordan Whittington, Kanata Mumpfield, Xavier Smith, and rookie C.J. Daniels. Scott played for the Chicago Bears in 2023 and 2024, and he's done enough this preseason to put himself in the conversation for a practice squad spot against the Saints. Scott made an important fourth down catch from Stetson Bennett and narrowly missed making a deep catch. For a player fighting to stay in the NFL, those opportunities are huge. He'll have one more chance Thursday night to show the Rams that he's worth keeping around. Then there's Wesley Bailey. The undrafted free agent outside linebacker has been one of the more impressive players through the first 2 preseason games. Against the Saints, Bailey recorded a sack, 3 quarterback hits, and forced a fumble. But the competition around him is tough. The position group includes Myles Garrett, Byron Young, Josiah Stewart, and Desjuan Johnson. Bailey is 6'5" and 265 pounds, and another strong performance could make him very difficult for the Rams to simply let go. If the Rams cut him, there is a real possibility another team could claim him off waivers. That's why Thursday night could be a huge opportunity for him. On special teams, Harrison Mevis has made all 4 of his preseason field goal attempts. Ethan Evans is also worth watching, especially because he's entering a contract year. A strong preseason performance could help him heading into an important point in his future with the Rams. Now let's talk about the actual matchup against the Chargers. The game will take place Thursday night at SoFi Stadium, and the Chargers are currently listed as 59% favorites according to Kalshi. But there are reasons to like the Rams in this matchup. Sean McVay isn't expected to play his starters, while the Chargers are expected to give their starters somewhere between 6 and 9 plays. Even without their starters, the Rams have been extremely impressive this preseason. Through 2 games, they have the highest point differential in the league at plus 42. They've scored 54 points, with only the Buffalo Bills scoring more. Defensively, they've allowed just 12 points, with only the Baltimore Ravens allowing fewer. And once again, not a single Rams starter has played this preseason. The Chargers, meanwhile, have been outscored through 2 games, including a 41-17 loss to the San Francisco 49ers. So while the Chargers will get a few snaps from their starters, the Rams have already shown that their depth can compete. Covers is picking the Rams to win with a 41% Kalshi probability, compared with 59% for the Chargers. Covers is also leaning toward the over at 37.5 points with a 52% probability. That makes sense when you look at how both teams have performed offensively. Ty Simpson is expected to play a major role and could potentially go most of the way. He has also posted the better passer rating in both preseason games. For the Chargers, DJ Uiagalelei and Trey Lance have combined for 476 passing yards and 44 points. The Chargers defense has allowed 48 points through 2 games, so there are plenty of reasons to expect another entertaining preseason matchup. But for me, the most important part of Thursday night isn't the final score. It's the backup quarterback decision. Ty Simpson needs to show the Rams that their first-round investment in him is justified. Stetson Bennett needs to show why he has been getting the majority of the second-team reps. And Sean McVay needs to decide which quarterback he trusts behind Matthew Stafford before the real games begin. That's the decision I'm watching most closely, because preseason wins and losses won't mean much once the regular season starts, but roster decisions absolutely will. The Rams are heading to Australia to open the season against the San Francisco 49ers, and by then, these decisions need to be settled. That's what makes Thursday night so interesting. The Rams have impressive depth. Young players are fighting for opportunities. Veterans are trying to secure their futures, and Sean McVay has some difficult decisions ahead. So I'm watching Ty Simpson, Stetson Bennett, Tyler Scott, Wesley Bailey, Harrison Mevis, and Ethan Evans. These players all have something to prove, and one strong performance could make a major difference in their future. That's what preseason is really about. Not just the stars, but the players fighting for that final opportunity. And honestly, I like what I'm seeing from this Rams roster. I'm excited, but I'm not getting carried away. There are still decisions to make, and Sean McVay still has to get this team ready for the games that actually count. The goal hasn't changed. We want another Super Bowl run. We want the Rams competing when the games matter most. And to get there, the depth needs to be ready. The young players need to develop, and the coaching staff needs to make the right decisions now. Thursday night is another step toward that. So Rams fans, tell me what you think. Who should be Matthew Stafford's backup, Ty Simpson or Stetson Bennett? And what do you think about Tyler Scott and Wesley Bailey? Do either of them deserve a spot on this roster? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I want to know where Rams Nation stands. And if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button for me. Rams House Daily is still a new channel, and we're building this community one Rams fan at a time. Our first goal is 2,000 subscribers. If you believe in this team, believe in what Sean McVay is building, and believe the Rams can get back to the Super Bowl, subscribe and come along for the ride. Let's build Rams House Daily from the beginning. I'm Jake, and I'll see you in the next one. Go Rams!